Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to review PePiBo VR, Peregrino Piñata Bowling, a game released on the Steam Store December 23rd, 2020 by developer Torito Games. It's available for the Oculus Rift. It normally retails for $7.99. I got a free Steam key through the Steam Creator Connect program to review this game. I tested this game out on the Oculus Quest 2 using the Oculus Link cable. PePiBo VR is basically a physics puzzler similar to Angry Birds, except you're bowling. It's got a very beautiful world, and I really like the aesthetic. I really like the artwork. I really like the level design. However, I did find some fatal flaws in this game, and because of that, I'm only giving a neutral recommendation. I'm going to give this game a 5 out of 10. I would say wait for an update from the developer before you buy this game, but I really liked it. It's only $8. You might want to buy it just to support the developer. The issues I experienced are frustrating, but I was able to get past them, but they are present in this game, and you will probably notice them while you're playing, and you'll probably have some frustrating moments. If you can look past that though, there is a really good game here. However, it's just not as smooth and polished as something like Angry Birds in VR. However, I just love this little world. I like the level design. I like the game. I just wish it was more polished and didn't have these frustrating issues with it. So I can give it a hearty recommendation. But as such, I'm only going to give it a neutral recommendation. So let me talk more about PePiBo VR. PePiBo VR is running on the Unity engine. On my RTX 3080, I was getting a steady 90 frames per second. I did not experience any serious bugs as far as crashes or anything like that. The bugs I did experience though were within the gameplay, and they were frustrating. I'll talk about that a little bit more, and you can see some of these bugs in the video if you pay close attention. So look closely at the video. I'm repeating this level over and over just to show you some of the problems that I experienced while playing this game. Now, you do have full locomotion and snap turning. However, your locomotion is limited within a small area within the game, so there's lots of invisible boundaries that you just can't get past. And basically this is bowling in VR. I found it easier to throw the ball or the pig or whatever it is that you're throwing underhanded versus overhanded, and I was not a big fan of the throwing mechanic. It felt a little floaty to me. I think it just needs a little bit of work. It's almost there. It's not too bad, but I do recommend a play space of at least a little bit more than standing room in order for you to be able to throw properly. Otherwise, you'll probably have trouble throwing the object the required distance for this game. I wish it was a little easier to throw so kids would have an easier time. I was able to do it, but I think kids might have problems getting the proper velocity that's needed in this game. So I think that's something that could use a little bit of work in order to make this a little bit more fun for kids. Like I mentioned, this is just like Angry Birds, and I really like the artwork. I like the level design. There were new elements thrown in there to keep the game exciting, interesting, and I wanted to keep playing. However, the issues that I encountered pretty much frustrated me, and I just had to stop playing just because I was running into the same issue just over and over again, which made it very frustrating. Now, I hope you can tell just by watching the video, but if not, let me explain it. The physics here is kind of inconsistent, and it caused some issues. And you'll see in that first level that I repeat that I throw the pig into the portal. The pig then goes through the portal on the other side, and it starts rolling down these ramps, and it knocks over some pins. Well, these pins don't always bounce the same way. That's fine, except sometimes when they bounce, they go into weird areas which make it impossible to knock down again. So basically some of these pins explode and they turn into smaller pins, but trying to get to those smaller pins where they could be anywhere. Sometimes they're under objects, sometimes they're over objects, and you'll see many times where I threw the exploding pin and it just didn't break the little pin. It's right next to it, it just doesn't explode. Or sometimes the pin got stuck up in the ramp, it didn't fall down like it was supposed to, and you only have 2 of those extra bombs to throw, so you just can't solve the puzzle. You have to retry, and that just gets very frustrating. You see that I repeated that level several times. I was eventually able to get it, but you even see that when I did get it, there was even an issue where one of them stayed at the top. I just got lucky and it was able to clear it, but yeah, it was very inconsistent, and because of that, it just wasn't very enjoyable to play it because you're expecting a physics to happen in a very predictable way, but it's just too unpredictable, and because of that there's some errors that come up that would make it impossible for you to finish the level, and yeah, it makes it a little less fun to play the game. So I would say, yeah, I like this game overall. I like the artwork, I like the level design. It just needs to be polished up so you don't experience these frustrating issues which keep you from enjoying an otherwise very pleasant game at a very reasonable price. So I would say this is a wait for an update, wait to see if the developer fixes these issues before buying the game, or if you want to buy to support development of this game, you can also buy it for that reason. But I just couldn't honestly recommend it at this point, even though, like I said, I really liked it. I wanted to give it a positive recommendation, but I just can't. It's got too many issues that are just game breaking. So I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. If you liked my review, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of the video.
You